And we're back after a brief break. You're watching South Texas Crossfire, KTMV, Channel 6, and I have the honor of bringing on a hard-working candidate, somebody who is seeking your vote. You've seen her signs up, you've seen her running, and also in the courtroom. A very experienced trial lawyer. And so I'll let her introduce herself. Ms. Rios, say hi to the public.
Hi, Joe. Thank you so much for letting me be on here. I'm really excited about this campaign season and this election season.
Well, you look great, and you look like your signs. Unlike other people, sometimes it's a bait and switch. That doesn't look like the candidate. Tell us about your education, training background, where you grew up and your family.
I'm born and raised in Corpus Christi. Been here all my life, except for the 3 years that I went to San Antonio to attend law school.
St. Mary's, very
yes.
good school.
And both my parents are HEB retirees. They worked for HEB for a very long time, both of them managers. So I know a lot of HEB family that have been, I actually worked for the company as well for 8 years through high school and college. I became a paralegal initially, and then I moved on to eventually going back to school and going to law school.
Well, I did too. I was an RN. I worked at ICU, and I went back and studied. So we've got a lot in common on that.
Yes.
I've seen you in court. You're an excellent attorney.
Thank you.
And if you were bad, I'd tell you on TV. They know me, right? Yo no tengo pelos en la lengua. But you are a great attorney. Why do you want to run for judge?
First, it's the particular court that I'm running in. I think there's a need in that court to bring fairness back to the 214th. And there are issues with the way it's being administered now, and I am ready to pick up the challenge of becoming a public servant. I think it's something that's lacking in the court, and I'm ready to give that court back to the people.
The strength that was talked about, I brought him on, and I wanted to bring you on in all fairness. Now, he says, my docket is not backed up, okay? So he does run his docket quickly, but when you say fairness, educate the people on what is not fair in that court, because I think it's important for the voter to understand your campaign, your vision for that court.
Well, it's about allowing people the opportunity to present their cases, and I've never addressed his docket and whether he runs it efficiently. He processes cases, definitely, but you're there also to hear every case that comes before you. And a judge does have to maintain his docket. I did the same thing as an assistant attorney general when I was prosecuting child support cases. You do have to learn to manage your docket, but not at the expense of justice, not at the expense of not having people heard. And that's something that's routinely done in family law cases, which is one of the areas that I practice in as well. And so with regard to those type of cases, a lot of times he kind of intimidates people into resolving their case rather than him having to hear it. I've heard that over and over, and I've actually had that happen to myself as well. It's a frequent complaint that people talk about in that court. But not only that, there's a lot of issues with the court, and really I don't have enough time to go into each of them, but in my website, anyone can go to my website, and I address the issues in depth, because you really have to be able to understand what's going on. And I think people need to educate themselves before they place that vote. I think it's very important. We have an obligation to know about the people that we're putting into office.
We need that link, so we can put it on right now. So if people on their smartphone, they can click on it. That way you expand out your interview. What's the link?
It's www.deborahrios.com. DeborahRios.
See, and everybody screws up on the Deborah, but it's a beautiful way to spell it. DeborahRios. Rios at
.com.
.com. Okay, and the last 30 seconds, knocking on 100,000 doors or more. Why should they vote for you and not your opponent?
They should vote for me because there's a change that's needed in the 214th, and I am the person that has the values and integrity to bring those changes about and to bring fairness back and to do what needs to be done in there to administer those cases in the way that they should be administered.
And we are going to be recording some more footage, and during early voting, hopefully you'll be able to join us again and give you some more time, and that way we can bring on, and please send your link, that way we can give it the airtime it deserves. Equal time is what I like to do. We're out of time, but Deborah Rios, is Seeking Your Vote, DEBORAHRIOS.com. And it'll be on your screen. And the magic number to call if they want to sign a t-shirt or to get out there and early vote or help out with your campaign.
361-510-5806.
510-5806. And that's 510-5806. Deborah Rios running to be your judge. And it's the 214th District Court.
That's correct.
Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much. I'm Deborah Rios, Democratic candidate for judge of the 214th District Court. 20 years ago, I started as a legal assistant because I wanted to help families. As an attorney, I continue to seek justice as an assistant attorney general prosecuting child support cases. When I started my law firm, I gained valuable experience in civil, family, and criminal law. It's this diverse experience that's prepared me for the responsibility of a district judge. With your vote, I'll bring respect and fairness back to the 214th. Thank you.